Hello everybody, this is a grumpy old guy gaming and we are back with yet another edition of the Weekend Warrior. Folks, it is almost December, it is late November, hope you're doing well out there. As the holiday season gets into full swing, we find GAWGZ moving into Fort Oof. Been a couple weeks since the last run, but we've picked up some levels and some fancy new swords and something new to read on the bulletin boards. Let's go ahead and check those out. We've got a help wanted ad from Sanjuro. We remember Sanjuro. He's our favorite heavy blade mentor slash samurai. Says, I'd like to obtain the Tonosama sword, which lies in the GAWGZ statue at Dark Freezing Forest. However, I need one more party member. I'll be waiting at the root town Fort Oof. My other companion is the Red Lightning Crim. We'll head out as soon as we have a party of 3. Guys, we've had some interesting parties. We've actually done surprisingly well with Pyros and Mistral. We've endured a vastly underleveled Rachel and Subaru in our last run on the story mode. And we even managed to get through a level with Shugo and Reina, which they were also vastly unprepared for. So the chance to head on with Crim and Sanjuro, two absolute legends, sounds like a welcome respite for us, a chance to learn at the master's feet for a change. And we will pick up the keywords Dark Freezing Forest. No need to deliberate over the party, and just time to hop on in. Head into... Yeah, it's Carmina Gadalika, but mainly because I was doing a bit more offline grinding. We should be heading to Fort Oof here. While I'm here, let's see if Alpha Ichigoro has anything interesting for trade. Nothing terribly. I think Akichi's gonna be the same way. Yeah, Pain Giver, not exactly what we're looking for. So off to Fort Oof we go. No point in beating around the bush. Ariel City, and already in a cutscene. Sandro says, are you the chosen one? Sandro says, Shugo told me about you. What a coincidence meeting you here. You defeated Abandoned Nightmare, right? Yeah, that was us. Crim goes, I heard you took good care of Subaru. Ah yeah, Lady Subaru. Nice to finally meet you. My name is Sanjuro. And we get Sanjuro's member address. And then Crim's. So that's great. Says you came here to help me? That's interesting. Why not invite us both? Let's go to Dark Freezing Forest together. Yeah, that sounds like an excellent idea. Taking a look here, Crim is level 50. Getting us some high-powered help here in the Red Lightning. And 51 for Sanjuro. That is some crazy stuff. Right, they're not gonna... More Subaru fawning. They're not gonna be able to do too much with us in the way of trades or anything till we're at least to the dungeon. Here we are, Dark Freezing Forest, area mentioned on the BBS. I could help Sanjuro obtain the Tonosama sword here. All kind of gems lit up. In fact, every value is represented with none overlapping. Level 57 field. Can be good experience for us. While I think we could hold our own, we could also kind of hang back if things get a little too hairy for us. Hear the familiar call of a piney apple. Let's see what they've got on them. Always curious when it comes to this. Okay, Spark Sword, level 30. Got Life Drain and Critical Strike. You don't often see those two together. Unfortunately, it's just your typical heavy blade weapon. And it is light. It's Thunder Element. That's a nice thing to have, but not anything we're terribly worried about getting. And yeah, nothing much of note from Sanjuro at this point. Oh, that's right, I'd gone too far. I completely forgot that little foible of being in offline mode is not having to hit 0 to keep progressing. Let's go ahead and take a break, do a little healing duty. Crim and Sanjuro have that one well in hand. Yeah, we're getting plenty of quality experience here. Pick up a mage's soul. Crim's got an ul rep, that's nice. Sanjuro, just regular rep, but that'll do. Out of combat, I like to use NPCs for as much of the healing as I can. Don't know why I gave Crim a speed boost there. Actually, I do. I was just playing a little bit of the, little bit online, and I'm still in buff everybody mode. Get a quality hit in. Sled Dog King really taking it to us. Double our pleasure on the healing there. Crim and Sanjuro is still in relatively good shape. Gonna grab a Leaf Blight out of the corner here and continue on. Need to pick up the pace. I'm kinda dragging, aren't I? Ooh, a Grangon. Okay. Not what I was expecting there. But now that we know we're going to be running into large earth dragons, that can potentially take down the Red Lightning. We can go ahead and set ourselves up for a bit of a sneaky little... sneaky little secondary weapon that I've got here. Go ahead and get Crim some healing there. The advantages of Crim being a vastly higher level is he can actually recover a lot better than I can. Folks, while I was out, not only did I grab Leviathan a couple weeks ago, but I got the Blade 3000, and the nice thing about the Blade 3000 is its attacks are both wood element. So we have Hiramaki and Kitsutsuki. Probably going to be relying more on Hiramaki, and while this is a balanced element weapon in terms of the stats, it is very much a wood element weapon when it comes to the attacks. So if we have any more Grangons coming, we are well prepared. One thing we weren't prepared for were Darkstalkers, which are completely physically tolerant. It's actually going to be a bit of a problem for us. Doesn't seem like our Knight's Banes are going to pay off too well here. So let's just head in here, use magic skills. That'll leave us one-on-one with the Sled Dog King. Can't get too tied up in the battle, though, because we gotta keep everyone alive. Could see the punishment just raining down. And maybe this isn't the best idea to go for the full clear. Really running out of potions in a hurry. I think we're going to have to take quickest route once we get out of this portal. Just kind of let Crim drop there. Not the most team-friendly play, but you do what you can. Another thing we'll do here is go for a quick drain. Got a Rod of Gales. That's not a bad prize in the least. And really lets us sort of team up here. Getting it taken to us on that. Okay, finally that Dark Stalker falls. Worth a fair bit of experience to us. Also drained our speed charm and oh so many potions. Wow, that's a lot. Should have really gone back and got my recovery drinks out. But hey, you do what you can. Into the dungeon we will go. Get the feeling we're going to see a couple more of those guys throughout. If that's... well, here's a little cutscene. They say the Tonosama sword is in this dungeon's god statue. Crim says, let's hurry then, and Sanjuro agrees. We would also agree. Looks like a very linear first floor. Do we have any better casting shortcuts? Ah, in fact we do. We have Girai Ram, which will help out a great deal if we run into more of those, as they are darkness element. Okay, gonna start off with a Holy Knight. Circumvents our weapons advantage there. Actually, we'd be better off with Leviathan here. Gonna make sure to use our spells here. Yeah, we're just going to look for whichever path is going to take us to the stairs down, which looks to be the bottom path. Okay, there we go. Dark Stalker. And yeah, you can see we are already much further along. Did not take much at all to take that Dark Stalker down. And drew the Ire of the Sled Dog King, which allowed us to sneak in some healing there. And then took down the Sled Dog King before things got too hairy. Not so bad. And you certainly can't beat the experience we're picking up here. Even in a partial run of the dungeon. Okay, got a pair of Holy Knights here. Could be a bit of a problem. Looks like a Sled Dog King too. Yep, that was a serious problem, just piled on the old damage. Those combo attacks by the Holy Knights are absolutely brutal, by the way. When they get rolling, it is bad times all around. Just gonna stay back, play a little support here. Do have a couple treasures we could grab here safely. Risky treasure in this room, giving us a mage's soul. Grabbing a leaf blight here. Hoping to cleave open some more healing potions out of these jars, but to no avail on the ones we hit, and a second leaf blight sends us on our way to the second floor. First things first, let's have Crim top us off. Taking a look at the status sheet, we may just hit level 42 despite taking the quickest path. Sanjuro says, "So, Crim, would you call yourself an old-fashioned kind of guy?" Apparently doing a little male bonding here. Crim says, "Old-fashioned? I don't know. Maybe in some ways, I guess." It's a very non-direct answer, but in all fairness, it's not a particularly interesting question, so I'm gonna once again give speed boosts to Sanjuro and Crim, and then refresh our own as I remember that we're offline and it's okay for me to just buff my own character. Another thing I will do is give myself Redeem. I keep forgetting. I upgraded my armor to the Paladin Mail, which has Redeem on it. Couple sled dogs. Slide back, and I think we should be able to, yeah. We can hit both with Girai, but it's not going to be that effective. The amazing thing to me is that Crim is getting torched by these... Crim is absolutely getting torched by the sled dog kings. You'd think the red lightning would be a bit better against fire. But I mean, I guess you got what you got. We take care of the Darkstalker, and Crim and Sanjuro make short work of the Holy Knight. Not too often as a heavy blade you're going to be relied on for the magic support, but works for us in this instance. Grab a mage's soul here from the memories, and that was floor 2, nice and quick. Most importantly, relatively painless. Floor 3 once again opens up with a cutscene. Sanjuro says, "Kite once gave me the Tonosama sword. It's a weapon full of memories for me. And like all good cherished memories, he lost the item somehow." Crim says, "Why do you want a sword you already have?" There you go. Sanjuro accidentally dropped it into a spring of mist. A gift from the legendary .hacker. Dropped to a puddle of water with a smiley face. Did it turn into a different sword? It was the mistake of a lifetime. At the very least, I need to return the same sword to Kite as an apology. Crim goes, "You're a principled man, Sanjuro." Sanjuro says, "Kite, I hope I could see him again someday." I get the feeling you just might. If not, that's cool because we're kind of his successor, right? Go ahead, pop Rig Game for that mighty extra mana per tick. Doesn't seem like it's going to be much, but believe me, it pays off. Got more stairs down here and more dark stalkers, so we're gonna head into the little side walkway here and start blasting away with lightning from on high. Which is equally confusing in a dungeon, but again, you get what you get. Sanjuro got beat down, as we are apparently running against a pair of Sled Dog Kings. We are personally running our way up to level 42. Pick up the moon there. And a leaf blight here. Looks like we're going to work our way right and then down. So I suppose if you're keeping score at home, we are going right down. Magical accuracy has not been the best for us, but we got a ton of elemental hits there, which made this Darkstalker fairly quick work. Also allowed us to get in time to do a little healing. Actually have the unique opportunity to loop around and grab some treasures with no available risks, so let's go ahead and do that. Get a leaf blight in this room and then come all the way to the right here. Grab this corner chest, giving us the levers, and then back in through this side entrance, revealing a Holy Knight and a Sled Dog King. Simultaneous drops at the most dramatic moment possible get us out of the third floor, with an extra leaf blight in the inventory for good measure, which is great because I'm going to have to buy a whole ton of restorative items at the end of this. Fairy's Orb in the fourth reveals yet another linear path, and I can't help but think this is going to be getting us well on our way to the Tonosama sword, which I've probably said differently about 7 different times in this video, but you know, you take what you get. Which I've also said 7 different times throughout this video. I'm also taking a fair bit of distance here, and I'm using Sanjuro and Crim as human shields, not the most ethical use of NPC allies, but survival's kind of the name of the game here. Running as low on potions as I am, it's far easier to res them back to full health than it is to healing potion myself to a later death. That said, we do make sure they are both hale and hearty enough to get full experience from these, as making sure that Crim and Sanjuro are as leveled up as they possibly can be can only benefit us down the road. Another Mage's Soul, very nice addition. And let's have Crim and GAWGZ play the Ulrepth game. Also forgot. Gotta get Rick Game going for that sweet extra SP. I keep wanting to say MP for mana. That does indeed look like a statue room down there, and it is mostly unguarded. Still a couple of portals to go. One more easy chest here, giving us a wood sprite. Some holy sap. Now here we go, more dark stalkers, which are our primary target. Also got caught in a very awkward place trying to turn that corner. Which will in fact use more of those potions than I had intended to. Finally get the elemental hits rolling on the Dark Stalker, and down it goes about the same time as the sled dog. Pick up a Mage's Soul out of the dropped potion. Dropped chest. The moon out of the one that was sitting there. And in the room beyond down, we pick up a wood sprite. Now, connecting out of this side passage to the other side of an H is the final portal before we get to the trophy room. Let's just go ahead and make sure we are as topped off as we can be. Guessed right on a Dark Stalker coming out of the portal and managed to hit things right away here in an area where we could even sort of help the tiniest bit on the Sled Dog Kings. Doesn't seem like it would be much, and in reality it's not. Come in to help finish off the Sled Dog King before it could drop too much damage on the party. And there you go. Couple more little treasures to mop up here before we go to the statue room. I get the feeling we've got a good chance of pulling the Tonosama sword. Don't you? Up we go. Survey says Tonosama sword. What a shock. Sanjuro says, if it's a katana, give it to me, because he totally didn't invite us here to pull this sword for him already. Rainbow card and recovery drink bring us to the cutscene. Sanjuro says, that sword. Please, give it to me. How is he surprised? This is his quest. Of course we give it to him, because that's the GAWGZ thing to do. Says, thank you. Here, take this in return. And we get the Maniac Sword, which is a wonderful sword for a Blade Master. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go. Let's play again soon. Crim heads off. Sanjuro says, that was a good run. Call me any time. I believe that was a Blondie song. Back to Fort Oof we go. Not the most graceful battle we've ever had. Certainly not the most memorable. It may be the most times I've ever said Tonosama sword in my life. But hopefully this was an enjoyable run. We've got new email for next time. But for now, this has been a grumpy old guy gaming saying thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you around.